Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 24th. You have this card, it says your hard work is paying off. You also have this card, it says adjustments are required. So good, but definitely, again, we are in a time of adjustments for sure. I think this is true for anyone. It's kind of like, I call this period of time like a funnel period, where if you can imagine that you're like in a funnel, trying to get down here is your goal or whatever you're trying to achieve. It's kind of like we have to bounce off the walls and keep adjusting what we're doing, which is a little bit annoying. And I think that's why there is a little bit of an annoying energy going on right now, is because we're kind of like in this funnel period where we're trying to figure out what works in life. And, that seems to be what's going on here. But damn, Aries, this already looks really good. So, again, things are working is what that hard work is paying off card says, but just, keep experimenting. You even have the Nine of Wands, which is my card of experimentation and, trying things, just seeing what works, plain and simple. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Star. The Eight of Pentacles says your hard work is paying off. The Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. He is mastering his craft here on the Eight of Pentacles, and he's doing a really good job at what he is doing, whatever he's working on. He's also almost done. He only has one more pentacle here to complete, and sorry, I must have bumped this camera or something, but he's almost complete here, and he's almost done. So it's like you are almost done, or you're almost complete with whatever it is you're working on. You also have the Ten of Pentacles here as well, which is really good. So, money could be improving. You could be discovering new ways to make money as well, or new ways to, grow your business or whatever you're trying to accomplish. So I would just keep doing whatever you're doing here, Aries. It seems to be working. You have the Page of Wands. I feel like this is you feeling more enthusiastic. Even the Star, the Star can make you feel more hopeful, more, kind of like more excited for the future, and I definitely get that energy here. I'm not really getting much on this Page of Wands. Again, just intuitively, he's just saying to me that you are just feeling more like enthusiastic, more hopeful, especially with this Star card. So again, the Star is a card of hope, faith, and renewal, and a lot of you, I feel, are feeling more hopeful with the Star card. I also feel that you're seeing like possibilities, or you're seeing that something is possible. She's pouring this water here onto land, and that water comes from the pool of universal consciousness, and it's flowing out into the earth. And so this right here, this part, represents the fact that that basically what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. And, so the imagery of her pouring the water here kind of says that you could be discovering possibilities or what is possible in your life. And then, we go up to the Ten of Pentacles, to the Three of Cups. So you're going to be celebrating something. It's like something is making you very happy. You even go Lovers, Magician, Four of Wands. I mean, this is great for love, but also intuitively, I feel that this is just great for happiness. I don't know, I have the word happiness popping into my head, so I'm going to say it there, Aries. It doesn't have to be marriage, right? With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. Again, could be more happiness. The King of Cups has very deep emotions. He's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and the story of the card is that he has explored his emotions to a very deep level. And he has these choppy waters going on around him, but he's not worried about it. And again, Eight of Pentacles is kind of a similar energy, because Eight of Pentacles is like head down, nose to the grindstone, just focusing on what you can control. And again, the King of Cups isn't worried about what's going on around him. So, having that level of energy, or, kind of like having that level of focus where you're just doing what works, I think is an amazing thing this week for you. With the Page of Wands, yes, you have the Eight of Wands, which is amazing. The Eight of Wands is kind of like a card of completion. It's a card of something happening quickly. It can represent a quick success, quick communication, all sorts of stuff. The Eight of Wands is about pointing in a direction. All eight of those wands are going in one direction. And so with the Page of Wands, we want to make sure that we are that we are kind of like moving towards what we feel good about, really, because again, I just feel enthusiasm with that Page of Wands. The other thing about the Eight of Wands is that some of these wands are like back here, some of them are up here. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I feel that the Eight of Wands is saying like, don't worry about the order of which things are happening. It's like some of those wands are going to hit their mark sooner than others. And we are in a time of flexibility. And so I tell everyone right now that if you have a goal, but if you're saying to yourself like this, and this needs to happen exactly in this order, then you're going to be disappointed. But if you just like allow things to happen in the order that they're going to happen, then you'll be fine. So again, just because things aren't happening exactly as you want them to doesn't mean it's not working. And the Eight of Wands kind of says that. With the Star, you have the Page of Wands, basically saying I meant what I said here. Whenever a card repeats itself, it's kind of like the just confirmation for the message. So again, I feel a lot of hope and enthusiasm off of those two cards. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Soul Family card. It says, prepare to meet those who share a similar frequency level as you. You also have this Taurus card. It says, perseverance. It says, remember, slow and steady wins the race. Awaken your inner bull to give you patience. And you start with the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is also the card of perseverance. So definitely do not give up on anything that is important to you at this time. I feel that you've had a struggle for years, like probably since 2016, and when it comes to other people. And, a lot of fire sign, this is a very fire sign thing, I feel, where it's like maybe you have invited people into your life and they just always disappoint you, or they always cause a problem, or maybe the relationship, and I'm not even just talking about love, it could be friendships or people that you meet or people that you work with. It's like maybe they have ended in a very similar way. And I feel a lot of fire signs keep getting these messages of meeting their soul family. So you could be meeting people who really resonate with you more, or who are better for you. You have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Lovers. The Nine of Wands says do not give up, so definitely time to keep pushing with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands and also that adjustments are required card, again, do not give up. I think the most annoying thing about being alive right now, literally this minute, is the fact that if you're going to start something new, or if you're already working on something, it's a collection of those little annoyances. It's like, even me personally, like I rather deal with one big issue than just one after the other little tiny thing that pops up, right? And so those little tiny little mosquitoes that I call them in your life can be very annoying. But the Nine of Wands says do not give up. Keep pushing forward towards whatever you're working towards, even if you have those little kind of like issues that pop up from time to time. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is amazing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. Everybody gets a Ten of Pentacles with me nowadays, and I really think it's Uranus and Taurus. We still have Uranus and Taurus until the end of the year, basically. I think Uranus changes signs at the end of the year. And, Uranus and Taurus really, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, has a lot to do with freedom. It also has a lot to do with building, leaving a legacy, which the Ten of Pentacles says. So I've been encouraging everyone for years to just at least take like one tiny little step towards, building some structure in your life. The Ten of Pentacles is an amazing card of structure. So it can represent building something that is permanent in your life, like something that supports you, something that makes you money, something that helps you grow, whatever. And I would definitely work on that with the Ten of Pentacles for sure. You have the Lovers. The Lovers, of course, could be love, and there is love here, so, in marriage even in the future. So if you want love, there could be a very strong connection coming in for you. As with most people, I feel like right now that love is kind of a side effect, which actually I think is a good thing, by the way. It's like, I feel people are in a place where love is more like the cherry on top. It's like, you don't need it, but if you had it, that would be good too, right? And so I feel a lot of people could be getting to that place. And, the funny thing is that I think that mindset is exactly what would make something work really, really well. It's like two people where it's just you are each other's cherry on top. It's like you don't need each other, but you kind of want each other, and it just works, right? And so I think for a lot of people, this is true for a lot of people right now. I think a lot of people are more goals focused, and again, that could be exactly when we all meet a good person. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles. A lot of work in this reading. I feel this is good work, and the Six of Pentacles is also a card of experimentation. Six of Pentacles is a card of planting a seed in a direction, and if it grows, great, keep working on it. If it doesn't grow, stop and do something else, right? And that's what the Six of Pentacles is all about. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. Same thing. I mean, Justice is very similar to the Six of Pentacles. He has that scale that he's holding on to right there. And justice is cause and effect. If you put energy into something, do you get a result? And if the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop and do something else. And that's what I would do with the Justice card. With the Lovers, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. It is improvements. And again, if you are moving on, towards something new in love, this could be very good for you with the Six of Swords showing up. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Power and this Gateway card. There's definitely a gateway going on in this reading. I would call this a portal reading because you end with the Four of Wands. And yes, the Four of Wands can represent marriage, but the Four of Wands is really a card of stepping through a portal, and we will talk about that when we get there. But I do feel that there could be a very powerful gateway that you are stepping through that leads to probably more enthusiasm or happiness with that Page of Wands, and also probably leads to better connections in your life. You have the Three of Cups. So this would be all people in your life, not just love, but love could be included in that. The Three of Cups, these three ladies are celebrating this harvest that's going on around them. I feel like you're really crushing doubt here for some reason. I literally just had those words pop into my head that you are crushing doubt, and which obviously that would be a good thing. But it did pop into my head that if you've been doubting that something can work, or if you've been in a little bit of a kind of a slump in your life, that in the near future, there could be people who are coming in for you that are really lifting you up and helping you crush those doubts that that you can do something or that you can't do something. And it feels very supportive to me. So I feel surrounding yourself with supportive people is going to be important for you right now. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords, like a mentor. It is my card of the mentor, I should say. And so if you need help with anything, there could be a mentor coming in for you. The other thing that I get sometimes with the King of Swords is that if you have an issue, the King of Swords can be go see an expert. If you have a medical issue, go see a doctor. If you have a legal issue, go find a lawyer, right? And it is popping into my head. So the King of Swords usually represents a person who can solve your problems very quickly as well. So again, if you're having an issue, I would definitely go find an expert on that issue and get it taken care of very quickly, because again, the King of Swords can represent a person who can take care of your issues very fast. You have the Magician. The Magician says you can have whatever you want. It's a card of manifestation and being able to manifest very quickly. I feel for a lot of you that you could be focusing on your tools. He has mastery over all the suits in the tarot here on this table. Those are all the ace versions of those suits, and he can have a new beginning. So being that these are the ace versions of those suits, right? It would represent him being able to use those energies for a new beginning. I always say that, to me, the Magician, he's really the new beginning card. Some people say the Fool is the new beginning card, but which is true. The Fool needs to take the leap of faith, but the Magician is the very next card, and I feel sometimes that the Magician needs to have a new beginning. He needs to get started, and that's kind of what I get for you here, Aries, is that it's time to get started. With the Three of Cups, you have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant can represent blessings. It's fun. That card said soul family on it, and the Hierophant, these two people here on the front of the card are being initiated into the Hierophant's belief system. So again, I kind of feel this is a little bit of a repeat message in the reading. It's just saying that you are attracting people who have similar beliefs to you at this time, or who resonate with even your message, for example. And so I feel a lot of you are just kind of attracting people who resonate with you and you resonate with them. With the King of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups can represent being spoiled for choice or having a lot of options. If you have been kind of confused about a direction in your life or where to go in your life, I do feel that the King of Swords also could be guidance. Now, you have the Six of Swords right here, and the guy in the back of the boat on the Six of Swords represents a guide. So, the King of Swords could also be your guides, or people like your ancestors, or however you get your messages, right, in your dreams and your daydreams. I feel that there could be energies that are working to help guide you on your path, especially if you have been confused. So, that's definitely something to pay attention to. With the Magician, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords says it's time to take a risk with the Magician. The Five of Swords, I do also feel that a lot of people right now are being asked to walk away from things that no longer serve them. So the Five of Swords sometimes I just feels like a cutting things out type of energy, where we're just removing some energies or people or places or things from our life. We're walking away, and we're doing this to create a better energy for ourselves, which is what you should be doing. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this host card. It says, whether your space is physical or digital, you could find a lot of fulfillment in being a host. You have this dependent card. It says you can fully come into your power if you rely on others for financial support. And you have that power card, that gateway card. I don't think you need to get like financial support necessarily from anyone, but I do feel that getting support with the Three of Cups from other people would be an amazing idea, because it seems to me with that Three of Cups and also the King of Swords, that there are people who have answers for you on your journey that could help guide you. So, I think support is important. You show up here as the Emperor. So whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading, which is amazing. Definitely could be a lot of success and like growth coming in for you with the Emperor. So I really like to see that. You have the Hermit. Having the Hermit in the good stuff kind of says that you are coming out of hermit mode, which is great. I feel a lot of you are becoming more social, or you're about to become more social with the Three of Cups and the King of Swords and some of the other stuff that's going on here. I also feel like you actually want to be more social. I kind of feel like, as a Pisces, I will tell you, right? It's like wanting to socialize is half the battle, right? So I kind of feel like you actually want to, like you're not being forced to go out or anything like that. So that might be a big change for you as well. You have the Four of Wands. Again, Four of Wands, of course, can represent marriage. It does look like there could be people or a person that's coming in for you. It's not like a major focus in the reading, but I do feel that there could be love here. The Four of Wands is really a portal card. We have to cross through this threshold in the middle of the card and celebrate on the other side. So how we do that is we have to complete one thing and kind of start a new journey or get to the other side. And really, the Four of Wands is a card of completion. A lot of tarot books say that the Four of Wands comes up if you're, not just marriage. It can show up if you're completing a project, or, getting to the end of a business or a career and you're looking for something new. And so for a lot of you, this can say it's like time to move on to that next thing, right? With the Emperor, you have the Page of Swords. I kind of feel like that someone might have their eye on you, or vice versa. Like you might have your eye on someone else. And so if you have your eye on a person, then this could definitely be love coming in for you. And the Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. Now, the Seven of Cups kind of encourages us to stop dreaming about something like this. The Seven of Cups can be you admiring a person, or your admirer looking at the situation and just dreaming of what could be. But the Seven of Cups says you have to make it real. With the Hermit, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling really good, honestly. Like, moving into the future, I feel like you're feeling much better. The Nine of Cups is just a card of fulfillment, and it can represent it can represent wish fulfillment as well, but I feel that you are feeling more fulfilled. I also feel you're taking better care of yourself. Part of the deal with the Nine of Cups is that we also have to be just in a good place. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, then we are not in a good place. But, showing up in this area of the reading, I kind of feel like you are just in a better place. With the Four of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups. There we go. So we have the King and Queen of Cups here. Definitely could be attracting a divine counterpart. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, of course. Those two just have a very strong emotional connection. And so it could just be like a very strong emotional connection that you're attracting. You have this Tortoise that says slowly but surely getting ahead. Definitely a getting ahead reading, for sure. It's like 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You have a lot of cards of progress here. So I do feel that maybe it has been slow, but you are making progress. You have this Gavel card. It says involvement with the law. I literally said on that King of Swords that if you're dealing with a legal issue or something like that, obviously this isn't going to be for all of you, but for those of you that are, I would, of course, I would get a lawyer, right? Or I would find an expert on whatever your issue is, because, again, King of Swords kind of says that there's a person that can solve your problem very quickly. You have this dark woman card. It says dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Yeah, and I always clarify these people cards. You have this yoke card. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. I kind of feel like this could just be you. And you've been, I think we talked about this earlier, how you have those like little annoyances that pop up from time to time. And I do feel the reading, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like the reading is saying, like, yeah, there are going to be those little things that pop up, but don't give up, keep pushing. You have this lily card. It says spiritual love on it. So definitely could be a very spiritual connection. I mean, King of Cups and Queen of Cups would be a very spiritual connection. And finally, you have this older woman who I also think is you. It doesn't matter what gender you are. I think this is just saying the person I'm reading for. It says dealings or relationships with an older woman. And then you have this fine card. It says seek out information that will help you. We have a lot of learning in the reading. Hierophant, King of Swords, even the pages as well that are showing up here. So I think self-education would be a good idea. But pretty good reading here, Aries, I have to say. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.